Gang, this is WWJ Whipping with Joe. Good morning from the island of Kauai, Hawaii. This is on the BG Daiwa 4000. We got one for about $110. Went and field tested for 11 hours. It was cranking rough. I sent it back into Daiwa. They replaced 5 bearings to it, sent it back to me, and I used it for an additional 6 hours, and then it started to bind again. So I sent it back in, and they said they wasn't going to repair it because I wanted to know what was wrong with it. They didn't repair it. They sent me a new one. What I noticed on the new one is like I said, they had grease on the outer parts. Seemed like they'd added grease to the unit. It still cranks smooth, but the thing is, when you're cranking with a lure, a 2-ounce lure, you can feel it binding right now. It's meshing. It's all the way around too. It's not one spot. It's just all the way around. You can feel it, and now it's hard to crank right here. You got a hard spot right in here. And so when you try to crank, initially when you try to crank something like right now, you don't want to crank. You gotta move the reels, and you gotta jostle it around to move. And well, that's not normal. But anyway, this is probably additional like 13 hours of whipping. Caught some small fish, but we've emailed Daiwa and told them about the problem, but they haven't responded. So I'm not sure, like I said. So when it sits like this and when you want to try to crank, it's hard to crank. I only crank a 2-ounce lure with a 6-foot rod, 6'10" HMX, 50-pound braid, and a straight, like a stick bait, and it's scrapping out. So I'm not sure. If you don't use 2-ounce lures, the smaller ones, I figure it should be good for you for the price, 110 bucks. But say the Sparrows at 155 still has it all. So anyway, this will be the last field test of the BG4000. I've used it 3 different times. I like it. The only thing I didn't like is the quietness of the drag. You can't hear the drag. I still love the pen so far with the drag system. I like the drag system. It's loud. You can cast further here with this with the Sparrows though. I grant you that I know very well with a 2-ounce lure. But anyway, again, this is WWJ Whipping with Joe. The BG4000 accident reel for any smaller than a 2-ounce popper. Anyway, again from Aloha, from Kauai. Aloha.